Early score means a lot.
After the touchdown, here's McMahon. Patterson. He'll get this to about the 23. They'll be led by the NFL's offensive rookie, seasoned former Oregon Duck, Justin Herbert.
Really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. All he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get win, and that's all he cares about.
He's 58 yards and a score.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Herbert. The 20. Fighting his way through contact. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 46 yards on the play. That's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
They'll run with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run for it. Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Got his man, it's Williams. 3 yards to gain there, second down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Second down and 7.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Throwing, Bridgewater.
And he'll go underneath here to Breida.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Rubbing the captain. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, Bridgewater. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Off, this is Breida. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give to Breida. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely online. It just need a little more oomph behind it. And it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security.
So many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Now Chubb running right. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Bridgewater's throw complete here to Ayuk. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patrick. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. To throw, Bridgewater. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Bridgewater. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover. Things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I'm here all day. Both sevens the mic. Both sevens the mic. Tackles. Bigs. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final number, pretty impressive, courtesy of Next Gen Stats, 21.4 miles per hour.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Brandon Ayuk returning it. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll begin the drive with Breida, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. Watch twitch.
And again, it's Chubb. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. it hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. That right there, good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And Shark calls it in. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A give. This is Chubb.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down. Here's Chubb again. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. A give running right is Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Touchdown! David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the air. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total.
Blankenship on for the PAT.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the fourth quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Out of the gun, Bridgewater.
They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Bridgewater's throw taken in here by Patrick. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Here's Bridgewater.
They'll find Ayuk open right side. 7 yards the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Browns' 31-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now it's Breida. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Check down to Breida. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not great starting field position as well.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
They get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Herbert. Into the hands of Beckham. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Throw.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Now Herbert. Completes to Njoku.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out right at the 35. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Pass complete to Chubb.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Herbert to throw.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
So now the Browns down on the scoreboard. A little under a minute to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down.
Herbert. Quickly into the hands of Beckham.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Throwing, Herbert.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now it's Patterson. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On first down, Justin Herbert. It's caught. Beckham. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he is all the way up past the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on.